Weak boundaries make weak men. Period. End of story. You can have money, muscles, charm, and a wardrobe that makes James Bond look like he shops at Walmart. But if you don't have boundaries, you'll get walked over like the welcome mat in front of a frat house. You'll attract the wrong woman, keep the wrong friends, and say yes to things you hate doing, all because you were scared of making people uncomfortable. And let me tell you something. If you want to be respected as a man, you're going to have to get very comfortable with making other people uncomfortable. Not because you're trying to be a jerk, but because your life is your responsibility. And no one else has the right to run it. We're going to talk about building an unshakable frame today. The kind of mental backbone that makes people respect you even when they don't like you. And by the end of this, you're going to know exactly why most men have weak boundaries, how to fix it fast, and how to never ever be the guy who gets quietly resentful because he can't say no. But before we dive in, smash that like button so this gets in front of more people who need to hear it. It's that simple. Hit the like button. All right, let's go. First things first, what's a frame? In simple terms, your frame is the lens through which you interpret the world, make decisions, and interact with people. It's your mental ground zero, your center, your core. When you have a strong frame, you control how you respond to the world. When you have a weak frame, the world controls how you respond. A strong frame says, I decide what I allow into my life. A weak frame says, I hope people like me, so I'll just go along with whatever they want. One is power, the other is self-imprisonment. Let's talk about why most men's frames are made out of wet cardboard. We'll call it that. Reason number one, fear of rejection. Most guys are so terrified of losing approval that they'd rather betray themselves than risk someone getting mad at them. They'll say yes to plans they don't want to go to. They'll lend money to people they know won't pay them back. They'll tolerate disrespect from women they are dating because they don't want to rock the boat. Newsflash, if the boat needs to be rocked, rock it. If you're on the Titanic, you don't keep the violin music playing. You grab a lifeboat and save yourself and take as many people as you can with you. That's being a man. That's having the right frame. Reason number two, they confuse kindness with weakness. Being kind is good. Being a pushover is not. The problem is, most guys think that saying no makes them mean. So they hand out unlimited yeses, like they're Oprah giving away free cars back in the day. You get a yes, you get a yes, everybody gets a yes. Everybody's getting a free car. And then they wonder why they're exhausted, resentful, and secretly wish people would just stop asking them for things. Stop saying yes all the time. Reason number three, they've never practiced saying no. Yes, it's a skill. And like any skill, it feels awkward at first. But here's the thing, no is the most important word you will ever learn if you want to keep your dignity. No protects your time. No protects your energy. No protects your self-respect. And the guys who refuse to say it are the same ones who, years later, can't figure out why they feel invisible in their own lives. So, how do you build an unshakable frame? There's some more steps. Step 1, decide what you will and won't tolerate before you're tested. You don't build a boundary in the middle of a crisis. That's like trying to build a fence while a bear is already in your yard. Too late, bro. Decide now. What behavior will you never accept from friends? What will you never accept from a woman you're dating? What values will you never compromise on, no matter what? When you already know your standards, the decision becomes easy. That's step 1. Step 2, stop explaining yourself to people who don't deserve an explanation. Just stop doing this. Weak men over-explain everything. I can't go because my dog might get sick and I think I left the oven on. And no, just say I can't. The stronger your frame, the fewer words you need. The less you justify, the more respect you earn. Step 3, enforce your boundaries without emotional chaos. You see, when a man with a weak frame enforces a boundary, he explodes. He finally says, no! But it comes with a rant and a guilt trip or an angry text. That's not strength. That's insecurity, man. A man with a strong frame says no calmly and then moves on. He's not looking for an applause. He's not looking for permission. He's not looking for a debate. He's simply stating a fact. That fact is that no means that doesn't work for me. Step 4, be willing to lose people. This one's huge. If you're not willing to lose people, you'll lose yourself instead. Strong boundaries will push some people away. That's fine. Those people were benefiting from your lack of boundaries. And when they leave, you'll have space for people who actually respect you. It's that simple. Step 5, protect your time like it's your life, because literally it is. Your time is your life. Every minute you spend doing something that goes against your values is a minute you will never ever, no matter how hard you try, you'll never get it back. Weak men act like their time is worthless. Strong men guard it like gold. Look, if you want to be respected, admired, and even feared in a healthy way, you have to stop making your boundaries negotiable. Because if your boundaries are negotiable, so is your manhood. And that brings me to the point. A strong frame is built on self-respect. And self-respect comes from proving to yourself that you'll protect your own peace, even when it's hard. When you live that way, something interesting happens. People stop testing you as much. They can sense you are not the guy to push around, and you start attracting higher quality relationships, opportunities, and respect. It's that simple. Start respecting yourself. Hold your standards. Decide what those are. And no means no. Peace.